going live. We're live. We're here. We're again checking out some games for Spooktober. Introducing me, your host. It's your boy Dipper. Anybody Gravity Falls fans? Okay, anyways. The first game that we're going to be starting with tonight, my friends, is going to be the Train to Redomancy, which I'm going to be completely honest. From the screenshots that I've seen of this game, it doesn't look like a visual novel. It looks like an RPG Maker game. Like, not gonna lie. So we're gonna dive in and we're gonna take a look. I think that there is some voice acting in it. The same meals of fresh, young ash. The same meal, lacerating shards of obsidian. Searing magma crawling down my throat. These things don't satisfy me anymore. Human calendar date, October 26, 1793, the world of monsters. Now and then I climbed down from the volcano and wandered into this nearby forest for a change of pace. The trees are of a flaky bark. I can eat it. If I come back after a long time, the bark is back. The trees must have life, like me, I think. I need to find the right ones. There are only a few trees that are good to eat. Most are bitter with poison. I assume it must be poison from the taste. Nothing happens to my body of ash and flame if I eat poison, but the thrill of a disgusting taste wears off quickly. The tastiest trees have a particular scent to them. Some animals must dislike that scent, otherwise they'd be quickly eaten with no poison. At least that's what I think. Everything in the forest is so indistinct. I have to find the trees by smell every time. I place my face close to one and let the scent waft in through my vents. A stick snaps loudly to my left. I'm not alone here. The small woodland and creatures flee from my heat and light. This must be something bigger. Predators have always avoided me too. They fear fire, and I doubt I'd make a good meal. What could this be? Another bipedal monster emerges from the shadows of the forest about my size. Its whole body is wrapped in strips of white fiber. I heat myself up and open up my cloak to appear larger. Beasts are put off by such displays. This is how you fight bears in the wild. It stops a short distance in front of me and raises one of its hands. Hello, I mean you no harm. I just want to talk to you and make you an offer. My hands shoot to my ears instinctively. What are these sounds it makes? They're like nothing I've heard before, but the meaning is clear in my mind, specific. I am called Mehru. Oh yes, as one in touch with all the collective unconscious. Like all of us, you should understand my words. Simply search inside your mind and you will find the words to express yourself as well. The sounds cause thoughts to jump into my head unbidden. I shake my head, hoping they will fall out. I have to focus. I concentrate on the monster in front of me. This must be a predation tactic to distract me. I wait for the monster to spring on me while I'm disoriented. It does nothing. I'm sorry. I need to curb my habit of using too many words at once on a natural monster. But look inside yourself. Don't you desire to know? Doesn't the expansion of your world entice you as it did me? I press my hands tightly against my ears, trying to block the sound. The vast knowledge these sounds force upon me presses on my skull like touching my forehead to a mountain. I try to think about something else, but it's impossible. The words force themselves into every thought. They skitter in like roaches out of order, swiftly covering and swarming over every concept. Each one attracts 100 more. The mummy takes a step forward to speak again. What is a mummy? A body preserved by embalming that has life. Embalming? The use of special chemicals to... How about it? What did you say to my offer? What did you do to me? I strain to comprehend what I need to say to make just enough of an inroad into the suppressive weight on my mind to find what I need and no more. What did you do to me? The mummy raises its hands. Nothing, as you can see. This knowledge was always within you. I understand the shock. I do. To have formed a full sentence so quickly, you are doing better than I did. Mr. Salouette's analysis was correct. There was a prime candidate here. I grasp now that words built upon words. There were the small ones I had used and larger ones that attracted more and more to pile on in my mind like pebbles down a slope. The moment I used too many of the bigger kind, and I needed it to stop. Allow me to repeat my offer. Many incredible things await you in the world I come from. Flavored ice, soft beds, books with any story you could imagine. It was too many things I had never thought of. Ice? Could there be anything colder than here outside the volcano? I shake my head again. It's impossible to understand. The mummy heaves a sigh, the breath rattling in and out of his desiccated throat. I'm sure you'll need some time. I'll return here tomorrow. Perhaps you reside near the volcano. Try to think on what I've said. The mummy turns and shambles back into the forest depths. My hands press tighter to the sides of my head. The mummy leaving has made it quieter, but my head still buzzes with the fresh concepts it bombarded me with. A small insect crawls at my feet. It occurs to me to try something. You, hello. The insect doesn't respond. It doesn't stop in its meandering course on the ground for even a second. I begin to realize that the mummy might have been right. Even if it put the words in my mind as a trick, my throat and mouth are able to make them. The insect cannot, and not all creatures can. Was my body made to speak all this time, and I didn't know? The insect has wings because it needs to fly. The animals have fur because they need to stay warm. The tree is bark because it needs to protect itself. And I have this fire within me because I need to live in the volcano. Do I need this? Do I have this mouth and this throat because I need to speak? Why? I look up. The white of the fiber wrapping the mummy's body catches my eye as it shows through a gap in the trees. Quietly, I follow at a distance. The mummy won't notice me. It's not hard to keep track of its white body in the dark forest. This is the deepest in the forest I've been. This must be the same distance into the forest as I've walked from the volcano to the forest's edge. I notice a light splashing on the ground behind the trees. It's not the volcano. What else makes that light besides that and me and whatever else lies above the clouds? I can hear faint rumbling and the hissing of steam. It's a volcanic vent this far away. No, it's a cold light. There's no warmth from it at all. The thing comes into view around the next tree. What is this? I've never seen such perfect flat surfaces in my life. The heatless light pours out of the many squares on its surface. Eyes? It's a thing of life. It sits on strings legs, perfectly circular in shape. I see the mummy's figure moving into one of the squares of their openings. This thing is like an insect's hive, something it needs to live inside. It has a long hole on top from which smoke issues. I touch my nose in disbelief. The smells from within are ancient, black, soft drops from deep, deep below, that I can only find rarely if I ate my way deep under old dry lava. A rare treat. I've never smelled so much in one place before. It's worth the risk. I dart across the open space between myself and what must be the mummy's hide. I hide myself beneath the opening so I won't be discovered. I see. These must be windows. The area under the blowhole is trimmed with all sorts of metal parts, and it's easy to climb up. The smell gets stronger and stronger as I reach the top, in such volume I can pick out where these black roots come from. Plants like never smelled before, but distinctively plants, buried long in the ground. The scent of compacted rot, of water long gone that left only grease, it would burn so well. I can't wait to have it in my mouth, to spark it with my tongue on the roof of my mouth, to scrape embers off of it with my teeth, and feel the sting of the acrid smoke pouring out of my vents. I'm straight above the hole now, the smoke billowing into my face. It's warm down inside, but not nearly as much as the volcano. Hello, Bri. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The thick black smoke enters my vents and fills my mouth. This must be a chimney. I can hardly wait. I drop into this narrow pipe into an open, smoke-filled chamber. More voices from beyond its walls. Did you hear that? I heard a thump. Between me and the burning rocks is an array of countless tiny openings. Pipes, these must be. They're small, but no matter. I've been through smaller passageways in the depths of the volcano. I heat myself into melting and enter the pipes. Nothing out of the ordinary in the smoke box I can hear. Hey, the pressure is getting way too high. Open the valve. Right away, mistress. Why is it heating up so much? We're not even running. I spill out into the coal, and I cool and solidify back into my natural shape. At least the smell is intoxicating. Yet this lot is already burning, starting to peter out, I can tell. Most of the best taste will already be gone. I can smell more fresh coal through a small opening. I push aside a metal chunk blocking the way, emerging into a darkened chamber of the hive. Eh, thou fiend! Remove thyself at once! It's not the mummy. Another biped, but hovering slightly off the ground, white, glowing, and translucent. A ghost. I'd seen these before. Alouette, come here! The footsteps had already started coming before the ghost called. This could be trouble. A tiny creature bursts in before it can retreat back to the burning coal chamber, sliding to a halt on its small feet. Despite its smaller size, it slams its hand down on the cover to the coal chamber to block my escape. Good, Maisie, nice catch. The small one's eyes glow bright in their metal frames. Come thou away from her. 'Tis not the time for thine experiments. Wait, everyone. This is the monster I encountered earlier. I invited her here. The mummy appears in the doorway. Thou art saying... Definitely. She's the source of the high reading from before. The ghost sighs, sinking several inches towards the ground in relief. Why didst thou mention this not? My apologies. I didn't think she followed me back. The ghost looks me up, down, and carefully. Red, could it be? Can you speak? I can, I think. Meru approached you but a moment ago, and already you can speak this much. It's impressive. It took days to get a word out of Maisie. Must thou mention all that to all Meru? My apologies. The small one cuts in suddenly. I've got it. A body of ash with a core of fire. I shall call this. With a flourish, she shoves the covers off her eyes. A fireplace devil. Me. Alouette, thou forgettest thy manners. Excuse us, I am called Maisie. I am a ghost as you seest. Allow me to introduce myself again. I am called Meru. I am a mummy, naturally. Bonjour, my name's Alouette. I am a witch. The word name triggers my understanding. These things are called by a separate word to distinguish from others of their kind. I don't have a name. It would hardly be necessary. I have never met another monster that was like me. A name for you is in order, I think. I might suggest. The small one looks me up and down carefully, leaning left and right to get different angles. How about Ash? No, Cinder. How'd I do? Cinder. Is that a name? Sure it is. Please excuse Mr. Salouette's exuberance. Still, it doesn't offend a name to call you is a wonderful first step. First step to what? Alouette raises her arm, her finger pointed upward, toward being one of us. My scope doesn't lie. I detected that someone around here was just the type who would join us. I'm talking about you, just so it's clear. You asked me to be one of this hive. Hive? This is a train, like a big moving box that we travel in. It's called the Hollow Eve. Explaining it is unnecessary. As soon as I heard the word train, the concepts forced their way into my mind. It's an overwhelmingly complicated construction. Where I came in, they burn coal, which heats water to make steam. Steam, engine, pistons, wheels, tracks. I shake my head. It's too much to work through on my own. Tell you what, stay the night, and we'll let you have some of that tasty coal. The scent of it hadn't left my mind for a moment. It would burn well. Mr. Salouette, that's our fuel supply. Well, maybe just the leavings, until you've stayed long enough to earn it. I don't understand. What are you doing here? Alouette sticks her hands on her hips. Mabru, didn't you explain it? Not completely. No, there wasn't time. Alouette seems unbothered. In fact, she seems happy, puffing out her chest as she clears her throat. Ahem. Right now, we're in the world of monsters, but this is not the only world that there is. I'm from the other world, the world of humans. It's very different from here. Green plants, a bright sun, clear cloudless days, but most importantly, in that world it's possible to love. Huh? It's an inhospitable environment for love here, you see. It just doesn't exist in this world. 'Tis wonderful, truly. I would fain show every monster in this world how to care, but if I could. The meaning is spelled out in words in my mind, but I don't understand. I know you don't know what we mean. It's all right. It doesn't exist in this world, so there's no way that you could. Perhaps you can see something similar here. When the young and the smaller monsters struggleth together with mother in their nest, it's a similar feeling, though it is thought that it is simply material instinct, in this case of the world. We'll show you, don't worry. How about that meal, Meru? Of course it's ready by now. And thou needst not trouble thyself, Meru. I shall fetch and bring it for our guest. Oh, thank you, Maisie. I'm truly grateful. Come on, Cinder, this way. The one called Alouette puts her hands on my back to push me along, but quickly recoils. Ow! Hot, hot! I went through your firebox. All cool. You went through the engine? Geez, no wonder why I was acting up. I mean, that's fine. Right this way. Alouette leads the way out of the firebox. I follow out of curiosity, if nothing else. So I really like this art style, but I'm not a big fan of this layout. In place of like actual CGs and backgrounds. I get it. Like, we're trying to do something with a visual novel that's different to stand out. But to be completely honest, I kind of just want it to be like the way that I played another game for this jam, which is called Moths to a Flame, which kind of has like this MS Paint sort of very pixelated art style with very subtle kind of shading details. Like, they've got very subtle shading kind of here and there. But with Moths to a Flame, you could still see the characters' faces. So I don't know necessarily if this is feeling like the way that I want it to feel. It's also like this is a lot of text so far. I get it. We're in a train. So we're gonna go to a chair here. We're gonna have dinner, salad, and bread. Okay. This was very slow pacing to kind of get to this point, and I'm not sure I necessarily understand the inciting incident for this narrative, which is that the mummy approached. And like, that's fine. Like, the mummy approached because the mummy has approached other people before, and they are able to bring monsters to the they're able to indoctrinate monsters into consciousness, into a stream of thought, a stream of consciousness. I get that, but I kind of wanted a little bit more from that initial interaction because I don't know, it just feels like a little flat. It doesn't feel like as significant an opening as like some of these other visual novels that I've seen. So basically they're going to make me food with the coal, And then they've got a cat. Okay. Ooh, it's a little... I mean, it's a very cool kind of like concept for a game, but honestly, this is just so much with the visual novel and with... I mean, this is like the third stream that we're doing for this jam, guys. And the thing is that with a visual novel, it actually, you've got the visuals there, right? So not everything needs to be explained or talked about in such like big broad language. Like, it's beautiful prose, don't get me wrong. Like, this writer clearly knows what they're doing. It's just ruining their pacing a little bit. So there's clearly like this other story that we have to get into, but I'm honestly like, I'm kind of bored. I've gotten to this point where I feel a little bitty bit bored. Because we're just sitting and eating with these guys, and it took us a very long time to get to this point. I wonder how long this game is. Yeah. It was made by two people, which is pretty impressive. But yeah, I'm just not... Yeah, I think I'm going to move on to play something else, gang. I kind of just want to check out other games. It's a little... I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's not bad per se, but it is just very... I don't think I like this layout when it comes to like a visual novel is my issue here. So I think I might actually move on to like another game here. So that's what we're going to do. Sorry, everybody. But if you want to check out more of it, if you want to play more like the game for yourself, you definitely can. But to save my voice, because I know that this takes a lot out of my voice, I think I'm going to move on to something else here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to close that out. And we are going to play our next game. So we will go ahead. Yeah, the reading time for that game takes 2 hours, and unfortunately, we do not have 2 hours tonight to stream, or at the very least, I do not. Sorry, friends. But we've got some others to check out. So I think the next one that we will move on to is Wilhelmina's Wacky Brew. So this is another one that we're going to be checking out here. Okay. That being said, like, I think that game I would have been more intrigued and more interested in it if it was something like if it was like an RPG game, because it looked really cool. So Wilhelmina's Wacky Brew here. I don't know what this one is about, but we'll go ahead and we'll take... Oh, can I get rid of that for 5 seconds? Our story begins in a swamp undiscovered by humans. It is surrounded by impenetrable mountains on all sides. A thick fog is forever looming over it. This swamp is the meeting ground for the various monsters that we are all familiar with. Skeletons, ghosts, werewolves, etc. But our story does not concern these aforementioned creatures. Our story is about a witch and her zombie friend that were determined to beat their destiny. Just a hint of rat poop and 500 milliliters of sewage water, and my potion of leaf will be done. What silly antics are you up to this time? What does this potion of leaf do? What are you, sir? Sir, what are you? What is that? Okay. I'm glad you asked, my acquisitive apprentice. When someone drinks this potion, their body will emit repulsive odors that will make anyone run away, or their nose shrivels up and dies. Sometimes I scare myself with how smart I am, Zach. So why would anybody willingly drink this potion? Oh my god, this music is so loud. I am so sorry. But that is horrifyingly loud. Okay. I don't know. Maybe they have a stalker they want to get rid of, or maybe they're just into smelling like a literal sewer. Oh, maybe. Wilhelmina. Sorry, I got carried away again. Anyway, it doesn't matter because nobody's going to be drinking this willingly. What do you mean? At the creepiest creature of the year meeting, I'm going to pour this into Vinny's drink. He'll become so smelly that all of his stupid vampire goons will run away from him, and so he'll be unable to do his prank just because nobody will help him. My witch's brew plan is already a winner, but this is just insurance in case anything goes wrong. You do remember that he's the king of the vampires, right? I doubt that his minions will abandon him simply because he smells bad. Have faith in me, my glass half empty apprentice. Even if his goons don't abandon him, then at least everyone else will laugh at him. How can someone so foolish be a great alchemist? You don't need to do this. There's other ways that you can kind of like represent this. You don't need to kind of like add that there. That takes people out of the narrative. I wouldn't do that. Okay. Well, let us be on our way, my butt apprentice. The unconventional duo make their way to the... What is he? Can we have an explanation? He's just super buff. Like this is the steroid monster? I don't know. Anyways, the unconventional duo make their way to the meeting place right in the center of the swamp where the fog is at its thickest. Here's the entrance to the meeting. Come on, Zach. Who goes there? I am Wilhelmina, the wickedest of witches, master of spells and potions, here to reclaim the honor of my sisters who for centuries have been mocked and shamed. For tonight I shall win the creepiest creature award and usher in a new era of wickedness for witches. Who? She's the representative for the witches in this year's creepiest creature competition, Wilhelmina the witch. I am her zombie servant, Zach. Damn, Zach, you stacked for a zombie. Hey, don't give me such a generic introduction. I see well your names are on the list, so come on in then. The bouncer stands aside, letting the pair into an area of swampland that was not very different from where they walked from. This is a large gathering of various monsters, all hoping to win this prestigious prize of creepiest creature. Wow, pretty much every type of monster is here. We're going to have plenty of competition. Not that it matters, because all of them have already lost. Don't tell me. A tall, slender vampire stands before Wilhelmina, filling her with a feeling that she doesn't feel often, dread. Of course, it is I, Vinny the Vampire King. I'll give you some advice, Willie, since we've known each other for so long. Go back to your hut now before you waste your time trying to beat me. Don't call me Willie, and I'm not leaving now. I'm going to win, and finally the witches will get the respect that they deserve. Don't be so silly. The witches have never won the creepiest creature award, and you won't be the one to change that, Willie. So run her along so I can win this for the 5th time in the row. I'll... Calm down, Wilhelmina. If you let him get into your head, then it'll distract you from your main goal. You're right, Zach. I've got to focus on swapping his drink while the fog is still here. That isn't what I meant. Yes, that is definitely his drink. Vinny always drinks the Count's choice of brand of blood. Yes, he is he's the zombie. Yes, he is. He is in fact a zombie. I don't know why he's so built. Can someone explain to me why the zombie is so built? Can someone explain why this man is so thick? Wilhelmina pulls out a flask containing the Leaf potion. Its color was a putrid feces brown with a lumpy texture. It looked as horrible as its effect. There's no way you won't notice that in his drink. Have faith, my skeptical apprentice. Vinny is so engulfed with his ego that he would never notice such a trivial thing, such as lumps in his drink. Now we shouldn't stall any further. He'll be back soon. Wilhelmina pours the vile potion into the glass of blood and runs away as fast as she can. She and Zach make it back to the entrance. We won't be calling me Willie after this. Will all representatives for this year's creepiest creature competition please come to the meeting table? Thank you. Well, let's get going, Zach. The pair walk through the marsh towards the table, which, through the power of magic, is floating alongside the chairs above the murky swamp water. Cool, I guess. Ah, yes, your seat is right here. At the bottom of the table? How dare you show me such disrespect? I am Wilhelmina the Wicked. Lady, you're holding up the line. Now sit on your allocated seat before I club ya. Wilhelmina begrudgingly sits at the bottom of the table next to the pixie and the skeleton. This sucks. Hey, at least you didn't have to stand in swamp water. When are they going to get rid of this fog? I can't even see my hands. A complimentary drink, ma'am. About time I was starting to get thirsty. Wilhelmina, wait. This doesn't actually taste that good. Get better drinks next time. Ooh, what is that smell? It's coming from over there. Oh, it's coming from that witch. What do you mean? I put perfume on this morning. Wait a minute. Why have I got Vinny's drink? Oops, the waiter must have gotten confused in the fog. I can't take this anymore. I'm out of here. The pixie flies away, leaving an empty seat that Zach decides to take. Good thing my nose doesn't work. No, I'll definitely get you back, Vinny. Enough of this nonsense. Now let me explain the rules of the competition for those of you who are new. Each of you have 4 hours to complete your prank on the humans. The winner is the one who performs the prank with the most media attention. If you do not complete your prank within 4 hours, you will be disqualified. Other than that, there are no rules. The competition begins at 8 p.m., so you will have 10 minutes to prepare. Good luck. And suddenly the fog over the swamp lifts. The monsters at the table quickly leave to make preparations for the prank, and Vinny approaches Wilhelmina and Jack. Phew, is your prank walking around Times Square smelling like that? Because if so, then you may actually come 3rd place. I'll have you know my plan is much greater than walking around smelling like a sewer. Don't tell him anything. Oh dear, it seems that even your servant isn't confident in your plan, Wilhelmina. You really should give up now before you embarrass yourself more than you already have. That's it. You want to know my plan, Vinny? Then I'll tell you. I'm going to create the ultimate witch's brew that will make your plans to turn some princess into a vampire look like a crappy prank video. If it is anything like your other portions, I doubt it, Wilhelmina. It will certainly be interesting to see if it succeeds, but I won't be holding my breath. Whatever. Come on, Zach. We have a lot of work to do. Why is Zach even here? Wilhelmina and Zach head back to Wilhelmina's hut. Have a squad keep an eye on them. Didn't you say their plan won't succeed, sir? Wilhelmina may be clumsy and forgetful, but she isn't stupid. She could actually make a plan work if she put her mind to it. I see. I'll have a team monitor them. Only intervene if they seem to be making any worthwhile progress. No need to make our presence known if we don't need to. After all, it would be embarrassing if people knew that we felt threatened by her. Okay. Now all I need to do is create my ultimate witch's brew. Pass me the recipe, Zach. That recipe wouldn't exist if it weren't for me telling you to make one. Let's not get bogged down into the details, my bulky green apprentice. Let's see here. Fungus-infested tree beds? Check. Expired yogurt? Check. Slimy octopus tentacle? Check. Scarecrow nose? Check. Wait, I take that check back. Oh no! What is it? I don't have a scarecrow's nose. We'll have to get one. I suppose we will. Zach? Yes? Where can we find a scarecrow? There's a farm not too far from here. Shouldn't take that long to get there on your broom. Great thinking, Zach. Let's get going. Wait, shouldn't we? Wilhelmina runs out of the hut to grab her broomstick. Off she goes again without thinking things through. I don't think she thought this plan through at all. Get on the broom, Zach. If I sat on that, it would split in two. Nonsense. I've enchanted this broom to hold things much heavier than you. If you say so. Zach got on the broom and the pair started flying to the east. Inform the king that the witch has departed from her hut. Yes, sir. A small town in Germany. The streets are quiet with most residents in the fields partaking in the Halloween tradition. Wilhelmina and Zach land at the edge of the forest overlooking the town. Damn, there's a lot of people in the fields right now. That'll make oh my gosh, sorry. That'll make getting to the scarecrow difficult. I'm sure we'll be fine. We can always pretend that we're in costume. Maybe you can, but nobody's going to be fooled by me. Not like I can really sneak around either. This really is a bad situation. Maybe next time you should prepare all of your ingredients ahead of time. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have a potion of invisibility with me. I meant to use it when I was going to put the leaf potion in Vinny's drink, but forgot. Here, I'll make you invisible for 1 hour when you say the phrase, "Releaseth me, O mighty Wilhelmina." What kind of stupid phrase is that? What do you mean stupid? Are you saying I'm not mighty? Whatever, we're wasting time. Zach chugged down the potion. Within seconds, his body disappeared. Marvelous, the potion worked. Why do you sound so surprised? Well, I hadn't tested it before, so I wasn't 100% sure that it would work. Just about 99.99999 to 123% sure. Otherwise, I wouldn't give you a potion that I thought could be harmful. That's reassuring. Let's get going. To the fields we go. Wilhelmina and invisible Zach make their way down into town. Aside from a few close encounters of someone nearly walking into Zach, they make it to the entrance to the field without any hiccups. Thankfully, we're here. Staying at the gate to the fields is a tall and well-built bouncer letting people into the party going on in the fields. Hello there. We would like to go in and see the scarecrows. You're all alone, ma'am. Oh, yeah. I forgot that I'm going alone this year. Normally I go with my little brother to see the scarecrows every year, but he's busy this year, so I'm going alone. Man, you say that you come here every year, but I've never seen you around before, and you're not the type of person I would forget. Why are you making this so difficult? Just let me in. Okay, calm down, lady. I just got to make sure there isn't anybody suspicious entering the event. It's a family-friendly event, so we can't have things such as alcohol coming past here. I don't have any need for ethanol right now, so I don't have any. You know what? Just go in and don't cause any trouble. I can't deal with you any longer. Thank you so much. Wilhelmina enters the field and looks off in the distance for scarecrows. We only have half an hour left. How did you get in? I jumped the fence. Those bulky legs aren't just for show, you know. Anyway, let's get that scarecrow nose before the potion runs out. Will you enhanced eyesight help me out? Wilhelmina starts running through the field. She has far too much energy. Zach runs after Wilhelmina. A pair of bats that were hiding within the crops emerge from the shadows. They transform from jet black bats into well-dressed, ghastly white vampires. Seems that she may be making some progress. Then let us be the ones to stop this process. After searching for 15 minutes, Wilhelmina and Zach managed to find a scarecrow with a long and pointy nose. Finally, a scarecrow's nose long and pointy enough for my ultimate brew. Zach, please fetch it for me. I'm not tall enough to reach it. Here you go. So is that everything you need? It should be. Let me consult the recipe. Oh no, indeed. My throat clogging up already. I'm dying. Oh no. Okay. What is it? We still have 2 ingredients left. And you waited until now to get them? We only have a few hours left. If we're quick enough, we can finish my plan. My brew won't take long to make. Then we better get a move on. Sorry. Where are we going next? The Arctic. Good grief. Let's go then. You two aren't going anywhere. Two bats flying in the sky turn into vampires and drop down in front of Wilhelmina and Zach. Which, your fun for tonight has come to an end. For we will not allow you to break the vampire's winning trend. Out of 3 ingredients you have collected, but the other 2 you will not find is in the game of combat. You are about to be bested. I'm gonna put the poom on ya. How do you know that we need 2 more ingredients? Because you just told us, you silly witch. Now let's end this. The 2 vampires each draw a dagger and are charging towards Wilhelmina. Zach jumps in front of her and with one massive strike manages to blow both vampires back. Should I finish them off? We don't have time. Vampires take forever to be knocked out. Let's just run. Wilhelmina and Zach run back in the direction of the forest. Near the edge of the town, Wilhelmina and Zach are still running to Wilhelmina's broomstick. Crap, the invisibility is wearing off. We're nearly at the broom. What if someone sees me? Who cares? Half the town is drunk anyway. They'll forget by tomorrow. Stop running from us, witch, or it won't be long before you get a stitch. Damn, those vampires are faster than you can catch us at this rate. Slow them down then. Use those magic cards that you carry with you. Good idea. Wilhelmina pulls a pair of magical tarot cards from under her hat. The moon and the sun, which one should I choose? Thou hast chosen the power of the moon. I shall cripple your foes with the illusions of the half moon and paranoia induced by the darkest force. The vampires suddenly stop and fall to their knees. She disappeared. Don't act so surprised. I know you helped her escape. What are you talking about? You can't fool me. I saw you punch me back in the fields. I see how this is, trying to cover up family misdeeds by blaming me. They can't obnoxiously rhyme when they're arguing. They should be distracted for quite a while now. With the vampires temporarily out of commission, Wilhelmina and Zach escape the town and make it back to the broomstick. Oh my god, my throat is killing me. Hold on. I am sorry, folks. Yeah. How are you doing? Sip. Excuse me? Arctic Circle, here we come. Small village in the Arctic Circle. We're finally here. So what exactly are we looking for? We need the guts of an Arctic cod, so we need to go fishing. Of course not. See that little village down there? We'll buy some fish from the local shopkeeper. Do you keep forgetting that I can't blend in with humans? Don't worry. This village is so remote, they'll probably think that you're a typical American or something, with open flesh wounds on my skin. You worry too much. I've been in this village many times for ingredients. People are wonderful and they won't judge you. Whatever, let's hurry up and get this over with. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So they're going to go ahead and go to the village store. How come these people know you're a witch? Something about being attacked by the abominable snowman. We're just skipping through. I'm sorry. My throat is killing me. Okay, so they're going to the superstore to get a fish. Cool. Okay. Who's back? Oh, the boys are back. Zombie, your skills in combat are remarkable, but in a battle against 2 vampires, your loss is inevitable. That doesn't rhyme. That does not rhyme. You guys are back already? I must admit that your card trick was clever, but it wasn't going to keep us down forever. So we're giving you one simple option. Quit your quest to win this competition. That also does not rhyme. Or incur the full wrath of the vampires, a fate worse than burning in 1,000 fires. I will never give up. If I don't win this year, then the witches will never win. I have to prove that I, Wilhelmina, am the wickedest witch in the whole world. No puny vampires are going to stop me. What a shame you chose wrong. Now let us move along to the death of a witch who didn't know when to stop, dreaming that she could be at the top. The 2 vampires draw their blades and charge towards Wilhelmina. I've got to pick the right cards here. Okay, these 2 which look promising, but which should I pick? Death. Thou hast chosen the power of death. I shall bring the life of your foes to a swift and untimely end. Oh, the damage done to the vampires is minimal. Oh, no, no, no. No, I can't go. They're already... Oh my god. It didn't work. Oh, but Zach beat them up. That's great. I should have chosen the priestess. Where are we going now? Back to the swamp. Thought we still have one more ingredient to get. Can you think of anywhere better to get the boogie of a boogeyman? Why don't we get that at the start? I forgot that we needed it. You are hopeless. I'm waiting for the boogeyman. Why would he come here? Because I asked him to. We just got back. When did you ask him? I had one of my magical owls deliver a message to him. You can talk to your owls telepathically. Of course I can. What kind of witch would I be if I couldn't talk to my owls thousands of miles away? I don't know how much more of this I can take. Suddenly, the ground starts rumbling. The sounds of a gargantuan footsteps can be heard approaching from the fog. What the hell is that? He must be close. We should be prepared to greet him. Okay, so did you summon me, Wilhelmina the Witch? Hello there, Mr. Boogeyman. You're looking fantastic today. Why did you summon me, Wilhelmina the Witch? Okay, I'll get to the point. I need a little boogie from your nose. Why do you need such a thing? For a potion. My boogies are of very high quality and value, Wilhelmina the Witch. You will need to provide me with an equal trade. Such as what? A kiss. Nope. What? Absolutely not. I'm already in love, so I could not bring myself to kiss anyone else. Very well, Wilhelmina the Witch, I shall give you another option. I wish to spend a day amongst the humans to see if their misbehavior warrants me to return and put them in their place. Make me a potion that can change my form for a day. Do this, and my boogie shall be yours. Do you even have the materials to make such a potion? Of course, shape-shifting potions are for amateurs. I can whip up this potion in 5 minutes. Then get to it. We're running out of time. Leave it to me. Okay, so she basically makes it. Very good, Wilhelmina the Witch. I will uphold my end of the deal and provide you with a boogie. Okay, so he gives her his snot, which is great. Okay, so we're gonna mix everything together. And so they're trying to avoid detection by the vampires here. Judgment and the lovers. The lovers. Wait, Zach, I've wanted to tell you this ever since I met you. I love you, Zach. What are you talking about? Stop fooling around. God, when you get rejected. Wilhelmina flings her arms around Zach. Stay with me forever, Zach. They impale Zach. Ow, that's it, you vampire scum. You're gonna die. Okay, duck. Oh, okay. So he's staking them. Good job, Zach. Be me all you want, it won't do you any good. Damn it, how can I defeat him? You shouldn't have let your guard down. Not so tough now, are you? Finally, I'm my own zombie. You say that like you own me. Well, in the eyes of monsters, is that wait? We're doing a flashback. Okay, so he rips. Okay. He rips. He ripped him apart. Why is he like vaguely transparent, guys? Look. You can see. Is that a part of like being a zombie? You're vaguely transparent. Because like, why can I see the house through him? I'm confused. Okay. Wilhelmina, are you alright? Zach, what happened? You must have picked one of your joke cards again. You look hurt. Have this. It should heal your wounds. Thank you. We need to hurry. Okay, so basically they're very, very close. They had to prepare a cauldron. I don't think so, Willie. Oh, no, not you. Don't look so disappointed, Willie. You've come such a long way. I'm rather proud of you. I sent 2 of my best men to stop you, and yet you were able to gather all of your ingredients. Most impressive. So now you're here to stop me personally. I don't need to stop you. You checked the time recently? What? As I thought. Take a look. No, it can't be. The time on the pocket watch reads 12 a.m. I guess those 2 were able to slow you down enough anyway. This is the only way it could have gone, Willie. It's been my dream since I was a child to win this competition, and I've never even managed to pull the prank. You bastard. Call me whatever you want. This is the way things have to be. In the end, Wilhelmina could never beat me. No. Like, there's no reason. I think it's just a mistake. I don't think that this is intentional. I think that this is an accident. Vinny transforms into a bat and flies away. Zach puts a hand on her shoulder. I'm sorry, Wilhelmina. There's no point in us staying here. Let's go home. I don't want to. I want to stay here for a while. The place where my dream died. Can't you try again next year? I get it. Like, I think it's trying to do faded instead of, because, excuse me, I apologize. So I think what the developer was trying to do here is that sometimes, like in visual novels, when they alternate between people speaking, one's supposed to be like faded, so to speak, or like desaturated, and then they become saturated and kind of get closer when they are speaking. But instead, they just adjusted, like, I think the opacity of the overall sprite, and that's not what you do. A person can only represent their species once. Now that I've failed, I doubt the witches will even enter again. Witches will forever be seen as the monsters of failure. I wanted to be the one who would bring honor to the witches, but it brought them nothing but shame. It's back to making potions for much better monsters for me. The night came to an end. Oh, I got a bet. Oh, wait, there were multiple endings? Okay, screw that. We're gonna go. We're gonna do it. Wow, not a lot of choices. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and try again. High Priestess. Ooh, good job. Okay, we did it. So it's just requiring vampire lore. So that's actually kind of nice. Well, obviously Judgment. I thought that lovers would actually like give them like lovers. Okay, so basically we'd cast divine. Okay, we did holy light in that. What the zombie brew does. So millions of people will die. What? Of course, you didn't think your plan through, Willie. It turns water into a thick and smelly slime. My plan was to use it from this island to transform the entire Pacific Ocean. You idiot! You'll kill the entire aquatic life in the ocean. Not just that, millions of people of the water they rely on turn into an undrinkable toxic gunk. Farms will have no water supplies, hydropower stations will stop producing electricity. Eventually, everyone in this part of the world will die. I can reverse the potion, though. According to your notes, you haven't found a reversal potion yet. I'll figure one out soon. Soon is still too long. Oh, my leg, Mommy, Daddy, what was that? Came from the vegetation over there. I'll stand back and let you handle this. I'll probably just scare her. All right, are you okay? It hurts. Okay, what's your name, sweetie? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why are we... Okay, so we helped a little girl that I guess got sick. Have to win, Zach. Make the brewer stop brewing. Well, we gotta stop. Oh my god, there's so much text here. Wilhelmina the Wacky. I was drinking in my castle. Oh my god. Let's get some rest. Okay. So she's gonna go play with Cindy. Okay. Okay. So that is Wilhelmina's Wacky Brew. So what I can say about this one is like at least we've got some relatively good decent dialogue, I would say. We have some distinctive characters here, which is nice to see. I would say that what I really wanted to see from this was more interactivity. The pacing of the piece actually isn't bad, which is really good because a lot of the other things that I've been seeing have been a little little slow, too slow paced, very slow paced, so to speak. So like this was actually a little bit of a nice refreshing difference. I wish that there were more choices and more interactivity involved because it seems like that's kind of piled on in the latter part of the narrative. There's some typos here and there. I wish that there were some polish in different places. You know, like the whole thing where the sprites are transparent. I wish that that wasn't happening. The backgrounds look nice, but like some of them were also super super dark. Like when they went to the place where the scarecrow field was, I couldn't see anything. So if I don't know if they were trying to like, I don't know if that was intentional, but you know, if you're going to put backgrounds into your visual novels, which I encourage you to do, I recommend making them bright enough for people to see what's going on. Because otherwise, what I was predominantly looking at was a black screen with like a little moon hidden in the background behind like a tree. So I think that this was like a decent start. I think that this must be a very like new developer is just trying to get like their hand on things. So I think that they did a really good job for probably a very early game. But we are going to move on because we have other things that we have to check out tonight. So we're going to be moving on. We are going to be checking out. Oh, very cool. The Morning Dew Farms videos. Oh my gosh, that was such a long time ago. Oh my goodness. I remember those. That was a fun time. Okay, so folks, the next visual novel we are going to be checking out tonight is going to be called Black Wings No Hope, where we just move somewhere, we never see our parents anymore, and we don't have any friends. This is essentially an autobiographical recounting of my time in first grade, which, like, bonus points for, having let me see here. Bonus points for, having realism there. Okay. So we will get this one started. So yeah, this is Black Wings No Hope. Let me check and make sure that there's nothing here. Okay. So it's a slice of a very much larger story, Black Wings over Wildwood. No Hope is about 4,000 words. Okay, so let me see here. So they're adding more branches to it. There's going to be some blood and disturbing imagery in this one, so just so you guys know. Geez, what a nightmare. All I can remember is a glinting flash and the feeling of something pushing into my flesh, inch by inch. Oof. I can almost feel it, how cold it is and how... Wait, no, the sheets are damp with sweat. My fingers are shaking. I expected to see blood. I'm not totally comfortable in my bed. It's been hard to sleep. The family moved to England at the end of the summer, just a week before school started, and I don't feel like I have my bearings yet. The roads are strange here, and I barely understand the subway. New home, new school, no friends. I'm going to try to get ready. I have to cook breakfast. Mom and Dad both work for Selling Corp. They're always gone before I'm late. Before I wake, and lately they haven't come back until after I go to sleep. The solitude is getting to me. The first week here, I took advantage of it. I could watch what I wanted. I could stay up until my parents get back. Now I'm stuck going to school and I don't know what to do anymore. The nights are getting colder. Autumn's coming. I fix myself breakfast and scan Twitter on my phone as I eat. It's mostly tired old memes, some world news I don't care about, and I think about checking out some videos on YouTube or TikTok. After all, my friends from my old town might have posted something. I miss them. Something catches my eye on my Twitter feed. Missing teen found dead. Ingwood. The town is pretty quiet. Not exactly the kind of place I'd expect to show up on Twitter. I'm out on the city's edge where the suburbs end and the forest begins. I, too, keep, like, a random pot up above my microwave, I guess. That's a nice oven, though. That's a really sweet oven. They don't have a dish. Oh, that's the dishwasher. If the sink is exposed like that, like, why isn't there pipes underneath? Am I overthinking that? No, it's fine. Okay. I visit the article linked in the tweet and scan it. Murdered. Police not revealing details. Oh, and the kid was killed nearby? Creepy. Anyone is so far from the heart of the city. It's quieter than where I last live. All I can hear are distant cars and the sound of the wind through the elm trees that loom over the streets. I shrug my shoulders. There's no way this is normal for Ingwood. The streets are clean. The people are friendly. It's not a seedy neighborhood. This is a really nice kitchen. Yeah, you're right. Like, this is a very nice kitchen. Like, dang. Like, is that an island? Is that an island with, like, a cooktop in the center? Oh my God. Wow. Her parents got money. I try not to think about walking alone to the subway station and close the front door in a house full of dead air. The sun is shining, but the wind is brisk. September is dying, making way for October. The leaves are green in the trees, but not for long. Caw! I look up to see a crow in the branches of an elm. He's alone, but in the distance I can see dozens of blackbirds circle the woods just outside my neighborhood. I thought crows only flocked when there was a dead body, but Inwood was swarmed by the blackbirds every day. A teenager slips out of the woods, coming from the same direction as the circle of crows. Haven't I seen her at school? Should I talk to her? Now she's kind of witchy looking. It'd be weird to go and bother. Yeah, let's go talk to her. I can't open my lips to speak. It's like they're sealed together. She's walking away. Okay. Well, way to be a little puss about it. I try to scream, but the only sound that comes out is a buzzing in my throat, lips straining against the sound. Never mind. She's gone now. My lips unseal. I can speak, but I don't say anything. She probably just didn't want to talk to you because you're a plebeian. I calm down. My jaw must have locked somehow. My joints were stiff from not sleeping well. That makes sense, right? Now that I don't have to check my phone to make sure I'm walking down the right street to my station, it's easier to appreciate my surroundings. Each block closer to the station looks more modern, like I'm leaving the past behind when I retreat from the woods into the city. When I first moved here, I enjoyed the sounds of the crickets singing, the hooting owls in the trees. It was peaceful, but now it feels like I'm on the edge of civilization when I go home. Cell service dips in and out, depending on which side of the street I'm on. Maybe I should sign up for an extracurricular. I could stay at school a little longer, stay closer to civilization a little longer. I resist the urge to check my phone. I don't want to know more about the kid who was murdered. He was about my age, lived nearby too. I keep a keen eye on my surroundings until I reach the subway station. The subway is inward busy. There are plenty of people here, but the atmosphere is lazy and tired. There isn't the itchy nervousness of the city. No guys checking their watch every few minutes as if the subway wasn't coming at the same time it always did. Looks like there's a guy from my school. Arnold, was it? I just remember overhearing his name in the study hall. He's on the basketball team. I've seen him in the halls in his jersey. Let's go talk to him. My legs feel like they're going to buckle. I feel dizzy. I eat breakfast. Why do I feel so weak? Just talk to somebody. If you whine to me about being lonely, but you don't talk to anybody, I swear to God, dude. I take a moment to relax. Ow, I can feel my joints grinding when I try to move my legs. Feels like their spines scraping on the inside of my knees. What does that mean? Why can't I go where I want? Let me go. Panic subsides. This is creepy. The train pulls into the station, screeching to a stop. There's plenty of room at the stop, but each stop closer to school, more people crowd into the train. I wonder what was bothering Tabitha. Maybe I'll get time to ask her later. Who the hell is Tabitha, homie? Like, who the hell is Tabitha? Someone I should know about? Okay, Wrexham High School is an ivy-covered brick building. It's probably as old as the town. An ancient oak stands just outside the gate, shading the courtyard leading up to the school's front steps. The outside is forbidding, but the inside is cozy, modern. I find my way to my first class, geometry. Tabitha isn't here. Just staring at her. Just imagine this person just staring at somebody, just super, super. That would be unsettling. Like, I can't do anything. I could have sworn she takes this class with me. Maybe I didn't get as much sleep as I thought last night. My head is fuzzy, those nightmares. I space through my first few classes. I try to pay attention, then I doze, then a flash of nightmare jones me back awake. What is it? Claws or knives? Fingers or feathers? A ring drawn in the sand crossed with an X. English class comes right before lunch. Tabitha is sitting in the front of the class. Wait a minute. This is the girl we tried to talk to this morning, and you said that you couldn't talk to her. Wait, I'm sorry, what? I am so confused. I am literally so confused. What is happening? This is the same person we tried to talk to this morning, and you said you couldn't talk to her. What do you mean? Why are you so concerned with Tabitha, but I'm so confused. Okay, so he can't talk to her. I'm wondering if he's a ghost. Who's controlling me? But midway through class, somebody's cell phone goes off. The teacher tells the girl to turn it off, but suddenly everyone's cell phone is going off. One of the girls starts wailing hysterically, looking up for her phone in utter disbelief. The classroom erupts in chatter that's only silenced when the intercom blares an announcement. Good morning, students. It is with a heavy heart that I inform you that one of our students, Casey Underhill, has passed away. A lot of these tragic events classes will end early today following 6th period. 6th period isn't early. 6th period is literally a standard school day. They're like, we'll let you out. We'll cut lunch today so that we can let you guys out early. A candlelit vigil will be held this evening to honor his memory. While a man on the intercom is giving us soothing words, the classroom is buzzing with the sinister reality. My classmates were messaging each other the same article I was reading this morning, only it's been updated with lurid details. Someone at the newspaper must have some severe, very severe. Is it social anxiety? Do we think it's social anxiety, or do we think that he's being controlled, or do we think he's a ghost? Someone at the newspaper must have gotten to the body before the police because there were photographs of the crime scene. The pictures show a ruin of the body, hundreds of nails hammered into the ragged flesh, hands and feet staked to the ground in the center of a large circle. 2 coins are laid over the eyes. God, no. I recognize this, not just the shadow of the person this body once was. I've known I've seen Casey around school. No. I recognize the shape the body makes in the dust, an X across a ring in the sand. I was just daydreaming this. The teacher never manages to get the class refocused. Even she can't seem to pay attention to the lesson. She gives up after 10 fruitless minutes and ends up scrolling through her phone as well. I wish I could do that. That'd be funny. The bell rings and we all trudge out for lunchtime. I don't usually sit in the cafeteria. I don't know why, but maybe he's a ghost. Oh, that would be a good metaphor for social anxiety. That really would be. Oh my God. I don't know if they're going to do that, but that would be really brilliant if they did. That would be really cool. I don't know anybody, so I prefer to sit outside with my lunch. I look less alone out in the courtyard than I do sitting at the end of a table. Part of me considers staying this time. It might be nice to be near some people. Might be a little safer inside since a fellow student just got murdered. Should I stay inside? Maybe I should go inside and get away from... No, just stay inside. Stay inside. Go outside to think and eat, I guess. Someone's calling you? Who? Oh my God. I don't like being home, it's too empty. I don't wanna be lonely. I don't wanna be lonely. I look around the corner of the building. A girl with long blonde hair is sitting in the narrow shadow of the schoolhouse, hugging her knees, teardrops stippling her jeans. Stippling her jeans? Go talk to her. Stop, look at me. The voice is now a clear voice, and I want to, but I can't make a body do it. I feel that, though. The voice starts chattering nonsensically. It's growing louder. It's in my head. Get out, get out, get out. Silence. I see a figure standing across the street. I don't like that. I say it because it's not a person. People aren't that still. At this distance, I can't tell, but it looks like an unfinished statue. The body is carved, but the face isn't. There's just a geometric imitation of a face, a sloping curve casting a shadow. It has my shape. I blink, and it's gone. I start on my seat. There was a statue there, and now it's gone. I scan up and down the sidewalk, even look around the courtyard. Could it have been a street performer? Could he or she have been a street performer? There's no way that my eyes are playing tricks on me. Yeah, in your random little small town, there's like one street performer. His name is Jed, and he likes to just stand there and stare at people. And that's his entire thing. That's his entire get up. Hello, Cody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. So they're letting everything out early. Your name's Tabitha, right? I don't say anything. She can see me struggling. Oh, hey, don't I know you? I'm Tabitha, and your name is? My name is, well, it's obviously Swiggity Swoogity the 7th. Okay, I can speak again. My name is... What? I didn't type that. I did not type that. I did not type that. I didn't type that. I didn't say that. That's not my name at all. It's no one's name. Weziki. That's an interesting name. I meant to say my name's Swiggity Swoogity the 7th. I smile and nod. My face feels like a brick. Okay, let me try the bottom one. Something's controlling me. I hear whispered like shredding paper. Someone cut me loose. So what are you up to this evening? Want to come hang with my friends and I? Can't even control my own thoughts anymore. Please, let me... I'm sorry, but I must be going now. Have a pleasant evening, Tabitha. That's too bad. We'll miss you at the History Club. If you had joined this, you could have been the guest of honor. But I suppose it's always tomorrow, huh, Swiggity Swoogity the 7th? Wait. What? Well, she knows your real name because you had class with her. I am so confused. She knows your real name because you have class with her. She's in your class. Why wouldn't she know your name? Babe, I don't understand. Yes, you gotta help me. You gotta cut me loose. Kill it. Kill everything. Let me out. Westkey has my shape. Cut me loose. Cut. I wave goodbye to Tabitha and head out to the courtyard. I've got to get home. Today's been exhausting. I'm hoping my parents are finally going to be home tonight. It would be nice to have dinner with someone. There's a kid stewing on one of the benches. It looks like he's going to sleep there. Boy, that's rough. Doesn't he have a home to go home to? See a girl standing alone under the ancient oak tree. She spares me a glance, but she looks at me deep in thought. She looks like the other kids who were sad about Casey's death. Shake and empty-eyed. I wonder if she knew him too. Oh my God, we're just throwing every sprite we got on the screen here. There's a group of kids out on the sidewalk. I nod a little hello and keep going. One girl seems to be checking me out. Don't get too cocky, self. It's probably nothing. Sun's going down. Okay, that's so weird. Okay, we're back in our really, really nice kitchen. How about you make some dinner? How about you make some cookies in that oven? Okay, anyways. No, for my parents. Dear son, we will be back to see you tonight, late. We will see you again. We will. Goodbye, son. That's not my mom's handwriting and isn't my dad's either. Who wrote this? There's a rustle of the drapes. Something is in the house with me. What the hell? Hey, you, come out, wherever you are. I go through each of the rooms, check the closets, check the bathroom. No one. I'm especially relieved when I don't see anything in my room. Oh no, the back door is ajar. I look out into the night. Did a thief just whip through here? Why bother leaving the weird note, though? I head back to my room and lock the door. This is too creepy. I'm going to call Dad to let him know what's up. We're sorry. You've reached a number that is disconnected or no longer in service. What? I dialed my mom's phone too. Nothing. It's all disconnected. Outside, there's a rustle in the bushes. I look back into the starless night. The world looks like it's been swallowed by a black void, like I've fallen into the dark pupil of a vast unseeing eye. In the darkness, I see 4 glowing orbs, twin pairs of eyes staring at me. I see the shadowy shapes of creatures that look almost human, almost like my parents. I can't take anymore. I can feel myself regressing, my throat closing, eyes burning. I'm about to bawl like a child afraid of the dark. Creeps out from under my bed on 2 arms and 2 legs, shaped like a human but moving like an insect. As it stands up, spine unfurling like a fern, every joint and tendon snapping as it takes the posture of a human. It stares down at me, its faceless gaze, its void drilling into me. Okay. What do we think, friends? Do we want to jump out of the window? Do we want to throw ourselves out of the window? You know what? I'll save. We'll give ourselves some options. I'm going to throw myself out the window. That's fine. Oh, the knife is through my back before I can get it out the window. It's lodged in my ribs. Back, go. Let go of my insides. I start to sweat. I feel nauseous. I kick behind me, hoping to push off and get out the window. The knife pulls through, a gout of blood splashing onto my back. I get a leg, then two, and it shoves me out into the darkness of the night. No. Why haven't I hit the ground? I'm falling. I'm still falling. The starless night is a void in my house, and its light is receding above me. And what is gone, the world is gone. All that remains is a fading pinpoint of light, my home a distant star. I'm plummeting out into nothing, but not alone. I see it jump out the window, and it's diving towards me, black wind spreading out behind it, eclipsing my house. Ooh. And it was meaningless. I'm dead. What if there was more than this? What if I could have made a real choice? Who are these people? Who killed Casey? What is wrong with England? Oh. Okay. It's time to hide. I'm going to... Oh, nope. He stabs me if I hide. Okay. Okay. So I feel like this game... Let me see. We're fighting back, and we still die. Okay, so no matter what you do, you're going to die if you play this game. Hello? I blink twice. Oh no, I blink. If I blink a lot of times, will you guys know that I'm safe? Blink, 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 blink. I feel like we're Casey. I don't know. So this Black Wings No Hope game is based off of, let me see here. So the developer did another game. I think that, oh my gosh, Mooncalf. So it's a prequel, or it's a slice of a much larger story, Black Wings over Wildwood. No Hope is about 4,000 words, but I wrote about 18K for the game jam. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, so there's no sound effects and there's no music, so that's kind of a bummer. This is actually a really interesting screen though, and I actually kind of like it because it makes her look almost like a skeleton. One thing that I would have liked to see on top of having music and sound effects. I would have liked to see actual UI here, because this is clearly a placeholder, or I hope so. If you kind of have the default Ren'Py font when I load up the visual novel, that's not necessarily the best, and it kind of doesn't put me in the story as much. It makes it feel automatically unpolished, and I know it's hard. Ren'Py is a very difficult engine to work with. I can't really do it. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen a little more done with the UI, maybe even a different font choice selected, just because that it feels a little bit weird. The way that the sprites are done, they're very pretty. Yes, but they also, with the backgrounds and everything, and then with the I don't know if these are original. I don't know if these are original sprites. I don't know if the background is I don't know if the background is original as well, or what they were able to accomplish for the jam. But when the problem is that when you don't change your UI, when you don't change the font style, it kind of takes away what you're trying to do. Helvetica. Oh my god. Yeah. It just makes it look unpolished, and it makes everything all your assets, it makes them look very generic, and you just kind of pulled them through somewhere, and that they aren't your own. You know what I'm saying, guys? It makes me feel that none of the stuff that you've done is original, because that font choice wasn't put in. And of course, the lack of sound effects and the lack of music, not good too. I do like their character designs. I do like their sprites. I do like their backgrounds. They're very pretty. They're very well rendered. I feel like this is actually the kind of game that I think I need a little bit more context for who this main character is. Unless we are Casey, and therefore that's not why we're not getting any context. So moving on to our next Spooktober game here. Let me see. So writing on that, I think, was also pretty good. I actually want to say that that's pretty well paced. I don't know if they, I don't know if I can tell necessarily where the story's going to go there, though. So that's kind of a little bit of a bummer here. So I think for this next one, let's try. So we've done Train to Rendomancy tonight. We've only got a couple more games to check out, folks. So it's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream here. The next one that we're going to be checking out. Oh, okay, not that one then. I guess we will try to redownload that one later. Redownload that one later. We will try, what about this one? What is this one? Let me see. I wish I knew, but like I downloaded it and it just kind of has a very generic little name there. I can't even tell what that one's supposed to be. Oh, here we go. Oh, Nightbringers. Private magical contractors. Oh my god, guys, you have to see this menu here. This looks really cool. Ah, very cool. Very cool. Nightbringers. Look at that. That's pretty. Whoa, whoa. Oh, look at that. I can kind of like move. Oh, that is cool. That is cool, man. Wow. Very cool. Okay. All right. Controls. Oop, oop. That is a loud music. That is loud music. I don't want no loud music. Okay. Anyways, and lo and behold, this day finally arrives. The day I graduate and become a full-fledged, though still novice witch. So here I am, waiting in line before the headmistress of Baba Yaga's Academy of Witchcraft announces my name and lifts up a restriction on my wand. And frankly, after a series of exhausting all-nighters before final exams, I wouldn't be surprised if my magic wand wound up taking the form of a coffee machine. But oh damn, is this waiting killing me. I mean, they do it from top-down order, best students first. My grades weren't necessarily the most impressive ones out there. And who would judge me, honestly? Taking the advanced prophecies class was the worst mistake I've ever made. First place, best student of the year, Aurelia, daughter of Lucrezia, the necromancy witch. So yeah, the best witch of our class is not me. I could have gone salty here and said that Aurelia took first place simply because she's the daughter of the headmistress and should be promptly named Nepotism Witch, but it wouldn't be true. Credit where credit is due. Aurelia has a huge broomstick up her ass, and she's a total nerd completely on her own. Probably something to do with being the headmistress' daughter, too. Has to live up to expectations and everything. The headmistress sure does look like a strict mother to me, but on the bright side, she's not my mother. And from my perspective as just a student of her academy, her skeleton servants are super convenient and also salary-free. So the academy has some money to spend on reconstruction and equipment upgrades. Mom told me back in the day that her students had to repair the stairs themselves as part of a household charms practice. Goes up to a tribune and takes her wand out. Oh, I don't think I like that. Because she talked. Wait, guys, didn't she just talk? Yeah, she talks. Her mouth moves when that's supposed to be like a third person thing. I would not have done that. That's a little confusing. But let's just take a moment to like appreciate this. This is really pretty. This background is pretty. I think that these are not finished sprites. And the reason why I say that is because see this is like some gray stuff that's been that doesn't look like it's a part of the character. It looks like that this is like maybe the background that they gave her because it's largely just still a sketch. It still looks really cool though, so I will let it alone, so to speak. It's a wooden wand for now. Every aspiring witch gets one as a kid. Those of us who are from magical families tend to get ours pretty early, but children are too small to know who they're actually going to be. So their wands stay in the default wooden form. When we enroll in the academy, professors put a restriction spell on it, forcing it to stay that way to ease the whole learning and teaching process. And when we graduate, well, here's what happens. Headmistress Sprite lifts a hand and something glows or whatever. What? What? Wait a minute. What? Wait a damn minute. Did you just accidentally leave your script in there? Your author note in there? Is this also an author note? The wand in Aurelia's hand becomes a golden scepter. A scepter, huh? Much like a wand, a scepter or a staff can mean that witch's specialization is more likely to be more universal. On one hand, it can make her more of an all-around specialist. On the other, as a novice, she may have a harder time figuring out her exact field and discovering her witch title. Compliments her hair, though. He solemnly watches or reluctantly returns to the line, and the headmistress calls for another name, and another and another. It's that kind of calmness where you're so anxious you can't even panic anymore. Just watch your more academically successful peers get their wands transformed into shining crystals, glowing tarot cards, and sinisterly laughing pendants. Talking jewelry is old school, though. Oh, Trisha, the girl I shared an animal languages class with, got a cauldron. Never knew she had a thing for alchemy, but in retrospect, that explains why she was so bad at animal languages. Most animals react very violently at potion makers, as most potions require animal parts, especially the more intelligent ones, the ones that can actually hold a meaningful conversation. I remember that Phoenix tried to burn itself before finally telling Trisha to F off and never go under its eyes ever again. Passionate creatures, those Phoenixes. So Trisha got hers, which means it's almost my turn. Just one girl before me. Oh, damn it, hers is a book. Not that I hate reading or anything, but it means now they'll take a time out to figure out exactly what kind of book it is. Like a witch with a cauldron probably is natural talent or any other form of preference towards alchemy, but a book can be any sort of book, from a forbidden grimoire of blood magic to a collection of grandma's baking recipes. So it needs to be figured out immediately before the second part of the graduation takes place. And that's why books, scrolls, parchments, or any other forms of written text are always such an annoyance at graduation ceremonies. And now I call for Sterling, Darla of Argenta the Silver Witch. Finally, that's me. And oh yeah, that book turned out to be a botanical encyclopedia. I rise up to the tribune, practically trembling with returned excitement. Now, my wand, show me my destiny as a witch. It is said that a witch's wand sometimes knows her heart before even she does. As such, it takes the form that her subconsciousness may not be aware about yet. To be honest, I don't really know what kind of witch I want to be. I have no idea how non-witches figure it out for themselves without wands to provide at least some hints in the beginning of their adult lives. It's an assault rifle. Babe, what? What? Miss Sterling, we usually don't ask students for clarification, as they may not know themselves what exactly their wands are, but is this a gun? Wow, I've never seen this headmistress so confused before. Yes. Hell yeah, it's a gun, which is also my magical wand. I see. She clears her throat. Well, then you may return to your peers, Miss Sterling. No one's afraid. No one questions this. Clutching my magic wand to myself, I carefully make my way back to the other students. She stopped referring to it as a wand. I mean, now that's not a wand anymore, but it's super cool. I know that most of my fellow witches won't agree with me on that one, but I think it's awesome. Come on, a gun that is also magic for one's concerned. The chat is full of panic, which is also magical. Super fancy stuff, if you ask me. While we wait for the rest of the class to get their wands sorted out, I examine my new, cool, awesome magic gun more closely. Firearms are kind of rare, as enhanced arrows do ranged combat work just fine, and even if some army or specific individuals employ guns as their weapon of choice, they're exclusively the bad guys. Although, being a witch, I technically qualify as one of the bad guys, or at least leaning to the evil side of things. Wait, really? The good guys, like the fairies and knights, would never touch something as despicable as long-range weapons for some reason. The farther the distance, the worse the image. It's mostly about the branding, though. Wizards are seen as completely neutral parties. For some reason, their 7 kilometers distance laser beams are totally socially acceptable. I call bullshit. Although, to be fair, wizards rarely do stuff that... What they mostly do is academic research stuff and work to get their PhDs until they're all old and wise, tired from years of math and non-Merlinian sorcery theories, so they're too done with the world to have fun. This one spell. Stop. That's why I chose. Stop. Guys. The chat gun wizard casts bullet. What spell you cast? This turn, oh my god. That's why I chose witchcraft instead, much to the disappointment of my witch mom and to the hidden disappointment of my wizard dad. And now I'm a super cool gun, knightly armor be damned. Ranged combat is a totally acceptable form of combat, you morons. That's just discrimination. Upon closer examination, it releases an assault rifle, which is also way cooler, or even... than a pistol or even an SMG. Assault rifles are the most universal weapons for battle action, but why do you need one? Why do you need it though? Mid-range intermediate rifle caliber, but still light enough to run and carry around. I'm so happy with my gun wand, I grin with excitement. Two girls next to me give me a weird glance, but mostly everyone is too busy looking at their own wands. Well, life is good. Now the last two of us get their wands restrictive spells lifted and their new forms attained, a metal butterfly and a cooking wisp respectively. We promptly move on to the second part of the ceremony. Here we are, all in one line, with our transfer wands in our hands, mostly in hands. Trisha put her huge cauldron down on the floor. I move my eyes from my gun to the dining table where we used to have our meals for the last 4 years. Now we stand before it, and other older witches look at us from it. Some with curiosity, others with meticulousness and even boredom. Those already decided for themselves that they will leave the academy alone today. Oh, and one lady just straight up puts her heavy leather boots on the table. Hope the skeletons will wash it with some heavy detergent afterwards. But yeah, those witches are all acclaimed experts who had already obtained their titles and became masters in their fields, and they look for apprentices. It goes like this. After a young witch graduates from the academy and her magic wand takes its true form, she becomes an apprentice to a senior colleague, so her personal guidance can help to discover the young witch's title. It's a long ceremony, really. One of the witches rises up from her seat with a sharp smile on her table, her silver hands lightly shining under candles' dancing lights. I know they're silver. I've been seeing those hands for all my life. Hi, Mom. How are you doing there? Bet you're not going to pick me, your daughter you named after your own title. Kidding. I love her, and my name is completely fine. I, Argenta the Silver Witch, choose and ask Aurelia, daughter of Lucrezia the Necromancy Witch. Your mom chose someone else? Your mom chose the hot girl over you? That's upsetting. That is upsetting. I am sorry. Mom was always kind of salty that silver is considered to be second to gold. Why does this woman look like Michelle Pfeiffer? But her choice makes sense. She is good with metals, and there's a big chance Aurelia's essence is connected to gold in general. No, she looks like Rachel McAdams from like Regina George. You know, she looks like Regina George from Mean Girls. She literally looks like she's gonna ask me, so you think you're really pretty? Like, and I don't know. And if the Golden Witch turns out to be subordinate to the Silver Witch, that may as well mean that gold is not inherently superior to silver, right? Besides, the headmistress couldn't choose her own daughter. Taking one's relatives as apprentices is widely perceived to be bad taste, and my mom is a pretty cool witch, a suitable choice for the top graduate. Do you agree, Base? Do you agree, Aurelia, the daughter of Lucrezia the Necromancy Witch, to become an apprentice to Argenta the Silver Witch, to follow her into the night, walk her paths and cast her magic, to be an enemy to her enemies and a friend to her friends for 1,000 dusks or until she sets you free? I do. Very well. Listen to her, sisters. Aurelia makes her oath. This is an old oath, okay? Naturally, it's full of pathos and mocking of traditional knightly oaths. Our predecessors must have found it hilarious. Like, let's just take all the good things those warriors of light swear for and replace them with dark and broody and bad things the lighties scare their children with. But there is a rational side in this, too. Ancient witches were, like, super into casual backstabbing here and there, so no one was comfortable taking an apprentice without it at least being some kind of safety net. These precautions indeed made a positive effect on higher education. So if you think about it, a cheesy old formula is not that big of a price. I mean, the part about her magic is my magic, and her battle is my battle. It's perfectly formal. But if you really betray your mentor, like try to kill her or something, you will get in trouble. Also, in that weird gray area between blood magic and legal contracts, because the swearing part is a contract in all but name, but the punishment for breaking one is not just a courtroom proceeding. Pretty useful, though. Maybe that's why even the Light Knights pretend there's nothing. How do they call it? Oh, yeah, morally dubious in swearing one of their kings and suzerains. I, Aurelia, swear my loyalty to Argenta the Silver Witch, to follow into the night, walk her paths, and cast her magic. That sounds a little gay, but that's okay. To be an enemy to her enemies, and a friend to her friends for 1,000 dusks or until she sets me free. May magic and my sisters in it hear my words. I, Argenta the Silver Witch, accept Aurelia's oath and swear to guide her in the night, to teach her my path and share my magic for 1,000 dusks, or until I decide she's worthy to become one of us. Okay, great. Everybody claps, and everyone clapped. Okay, everybody. It's a long ceremony. I don't have to read all this. I'm not gonna do this. Okay. I get it. Who is going to... I'm left alone. Mom looks at me worried. I mean, not like anyone not familiar with her could tell. She takes pride in her American. I like how the witch's Silver Witch's name is Argenta. I hope she's not harboring German war criminals. You guys. I'm sure she's a lovely lady. I mean, not like anyone not familiar with her could tell. She takes pride in her arrogantly indifferent default expressions, but I know she's worried. When Dad fell ill right before his doctorate thesis defense, she was worried too, like there was some strain in her sharp smile. I avert my eyes. Right now, all I wish is for my stupid wand to transform again and take the form of, I don't know, a crystal ball. And I hate prophecies, but it's better than me just being here with a stupid gun, which suddenly feels really heavy in my hands. It seems that the sisters made their choices. This concludes this year's graduation ceremony of Baba Yaga's Academy of Witchcraft. Witches don't cry, Sterling. We're better than this. We don't cry. We scream and burn them to the ground. Wait. Oh my god, she hot though. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. I, Catechist the Lightning Witch, choose and ask for Sterling. Who exactly is your mother again, kiddo? Sorry, you missed that one. Now, this is really rude. Also weird. How can you be a witch and not know who my mom is? It's me. I, Argenta the Silver Witch, and her mother, and I don't see you as worthy to be my daughter's mentor, Catechist. There's steel in my mom's voice. Silver and steel always go hand in hand. Who's this Catechist? She shrugs. Well, that's for her to decide, not you, or me, for that matter. Okay, let's do this again. I, Catechist, the Lightning Witch, choose and ask for Sterling, daughter of Argenta the Silver Witch, who's totally not a bitch. What do you say, kiddo? Oh my god. I have anxiety. Be a good girl and run to your mommy, or join my company. Before Mom can slap back and challenges Catechist to a full-on witch duel, the headmistress interrupts. Well, do you agree, Sterling, daughter of Argenta the Silver Witch, to become an apprentice to Catechist, the Lightning Witch, to follow her into the night, walk in her paths, and cast her magic? To be an enemy to her enemies instead of friend to her friends for 1,000 deaths. Okay, she just called my mother a bitch. She is my option. Naturally, I say, oh my god, okay, no, we have to do this. Yeah, no, how about that? You don't get to insult my mother and just expect me to roll with it? Oh? Will you like to defend her honor then? Guys, what is happening? I'm afraid. Come on, Kathy. You can't challenge witch students to a duel. Damn it, you're right. Okay, kiddo, let's see. What if I challenge your mother to a duel instead? I mean, she insinuated that I suck at witchcraft, so if I can beat her, surely it must mean I'm better than her. What do you say? Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't doubt your skill, Catechist. I do doubt your manners, which you clearly lack. There's no duel that can prove me otherwise. However, there's a solution. If you can remember the proper formula to the original duel, I'll accept you as a possible choice, no fighting intended. The proper formula, you say? Her posture changes. She straightens as her shoulders and stretches her neck as if she's preparing for battle. And then her voice changes as well, from a lazy, familiar tone to all resounding and commanding, suited more for a general on a battlefield. I, Catechist, the Lightning Witch, challenge Argenta, the Silver Witch, to a duel. For she insulted me. I won't accept any other form of satisfaction but her blood that shall be spilled under the moonlight. For she insulted my magic, I won't linger until she'll pay for it in kind. That night will separate us, and a night we shall spar. The first blood one, not the death one. Hey, I don't kill for free. I'm not a charity. My services are expensive, I'll have you know. Catechist filled your request, Argenta. This is the proper formula for the duel between witches word for word. It really is. Surprising as it may be, I withdraw my cause. Well, Mom, you can't... Now you're making me look like a weakling. I, Sterling... Oh, wait. Okay, wait. So we're taking her oath. We're bound by magic for a little more than 2 years. Cool, let's go. What can I do now? I already swore my oath, so there's no going back. Oh my god. Where are we going? Aurelia is laughing. For some reason, why is Aurelia laughing? Where are we going? So, Madam Catechist, who are we going? Whoa, not the smoothest way to start a conversation. Hey, kid, you have a pretty cool gun. Thanks. Maybe even too cool for passerbys. Can you hide it somehow or, like, hang it behind your back? Holding a weapon in your arms is, like, an alarming thing to do, so you should really only do that if you want to alarm someone. We have to get you a case. That'll wait. She resumes walking and running again. Madam Catechist, yeah, about that. Just Cata is fine. Not a fan of formalities, that one. I figured. Can you not call me a kid then? I have a name. Maybe. I'll give it a thought. On that note, let's hurry it up. When we get there, remember this. Don't be scared, don't be shy, and don't drink or eat anything the bubblehead gives you. You missed the gun witch, Thugzilla. Thugzilla, you missed the gun witch. There's a gun witch. She's got a gun. Like, literally. It's a witch. She's a witch. And I don't know what else to say. There's also moms that are fighting, and it's very catty, and it's very bitchy, and it's very scary. Okay, so, and welcome home. Inside there's a big hall. It's like somebody wanted to make a living room the size of a football field. I see a table, several sofas, and a 70-inch plasma widescreen TV. Damn, she got money. Technology is not what I'm used to. Magical households usually have a crystal ball for entertainment, long-distance calls, and likes, so I'm more familiar with the old-school interiors. Hi, boss. How was your family brunch? Oh, he hot, though. A blonde guy in full white ivory clothes jumps from one of the sofas and waves at us. Then he notices me. Is this your younger sister? Hi, how are you? Did boss kidnap you? She wanted to. Calm down, Mill. She's not. She's my new apprentice. Oh, no kidnapping relatives then? Yeah, hi. I'm Sterling, apprentice of Katigus, the lightning witch. He looks like he's dressed for a beach date or something. His hand is firm and his... You're our new coworker then. Nice to meet you, Sterling. I'm a Mill chain witcher, but everyone just called me Mill. A witcher? Like a male witch? Oh my god. Hey, Mill, could you be a good subordinate and give me something to drink? Sure thing, boss. Sterling, anything for you? Ooh. Wait, I saw Tin doing something with it this morning. Huh? No. Kiddo, Mill is not here, the one here you should be wary of. Serpentine is, and you'll meet her later. Wait, I just realized, like, her pants are hanging, like, off her ass. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see, like, look right here. Look right here. She's wearing, like, some kind of bodysuit, and her thighs are out. He's on a date to the beach with Natsumi. Oh, the beach date with Natsumi. Time's awfully bad at it for an alchemist. I'm not an alchemist, Mal. I'm an arm starter. And you can drink your tea. I didn't do anything with it. That being said, if you're brewing coffee, I would like a cup as well. Okay, good evening. I'm Serpentine the Powder Witch, and before you ask, yes, I am a witch and not a wizard. And yes, I'm dying to have some caffeine, Mill. Is it Mill or Millie? So, tea's not off limits after all, Sterling? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do the coffee. I kind of like Katagus. She's hot, though. Thanks, Millie. You're a lifesaver. Well, if you need anything me, I'll be downstairs. A new girl, please do knock before you enter. Otherwise, I can't guarantee your well-being. Now it's time to explain things, kiddo. Despite what your mother was saying, we're not thieves. We're Nightbringers, private magical contractors, PMC, Nightbringers for short. We provide the best magical security and or violence for anyone unable to afford it, so we're more mercenaries than bandits. We don't kill and rob people. People pay us to kill other people. I must admit, I didn't really plan on taking an apprentice. You may have noticed I have a certain disdain towards traditional witch practices, to say the least. She gives a longing, almost tender look to my lap. But then I saw your magic wand and immediately knew you had to join us. Like a gun for a wand? That look on Lucretia's face was priceless. Then why did you wait until the last minute? Reasons. Oh my god. So, kid, you're here to kill people and sometimes capture people, and albeit in very rare cases, torture people and do a lot of other fun things. Judging from your go-to instrument of choice, it wouldn't possess much trouble. If it does, though, you better adapt quickly. Our next contract assignment starts tomorrow, so we'll depart at dawn. And this time, we're doing security for some cargo shipment. Any questions? Yeah, boss, I have a question. Is this guy paying well at least? Because I hate escort missions. Our client is Count Dracula. He's paying well, and you know it. He bought this huge-ass TV for starters, and I didn't ask you, so shh, be quiet. Kiddo, do you have any other questions? Oh my god, I have so many questions. What's your magic wand? Not as killing-oriented as yours. Hope it won't disappoint you. Crackling ball with lightning on it. Okay. So, she's an elemental. Okay, so she can... What's my salary? Ooh. Finally, the words of a child, not a woman. Every time we fulfill a contract, those who participate in it split the payment equally. The leader of an operation takes double. Prepayment, though, goes into the company's budget. That money's then used for our food, the base's maintenance, equipment, and other living expenses. Like 70-inch plasma widescreen TVs. I don't see a problem. Watching too much TV is said to be bad for the eyesight. Anyway, the usual payment you can get from a successful contract is somewhere around 100 gold coins per person. Our prices start at 1,000 for helping a tree-stuck kitten or assassinating noblemen, but they're just like kittens as noblemen, all purring nonsense and hiding under beds when you try to catch them. Anyway, not bad for an internship. Most mentor witches don't even pay their apprentices. Living on a mentor's roof and learning your craft is considered enough of a payment on its own. This is low-key awesome. I'll be able to buy myself that awesome pocket dimension designer bag from M666 that I've been eyeing for a while, but Mom always said that I didn't need. Not because my family is poor or anything. She just thinks it's too much of a luxury item for a kid to have. Well, guess what, Mom? I'm an adult now. Oh my god. Who wrote this? Because, like, they had so much fun writing this. And I think that really comes through, and that's what makes this so enjoyable. That and the premise is just like freaking ridiculous. Okay. You guys can just read that. Sorry. I am thirsty. And technically, after we're done with this one game, we have one more game left to play tonight. So we've got a while to go. That's fine. I'm good. That's all I wanted to ask. Bye. We're gonna go to bed. She didn't tell me we have Ricky coming, so I haven't cleaned a spare room in advance. You have my sincerest apologies, but alas, what are we but humble servants of fate? Let's go. He's taller than Dad for sure, but he also stoops as if his own height makes him uncomfortable. Blonde with light blue eyes and a gentle, somewhat mischievous smile, he could have been a poster boy for the Knights of Light. Even his chains are made of some light-colored metal. I don't know, he just doesn't strike me as a malicious type. Maybe it's too early to judge, though. He is a witcher, after all. We make our way to the second floor. The stairway is less cozy than the living room. There are cold fluorescent lights and a concrete floor. I assume somebody just took an effort to make the first floor look comforting, but the stairs kind of show that this is, let's be honest, a military base rather than a home friends happen to share. And we're here. You'll probably forget half of it in 5 minutes and get like, okay. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty good. Okay, he's just talking. Yeah, that works. I wonder, like, how long is this actually supposed to be, this little demo here? PMC? Nightbringers. Like, I'm wondering, like, how long. This is a demo. It works. There are several bugs that significantly worsen the gaming experience and damage further story. You're very advised not to play it until the next release. Really? I don't think we've encountered any bugs so far, folks. I don't think we've encountered anything. Have we encountered any bugs, friends? I don't think we have. Wow. Yeah, this is a huge team. It's got like, like 7 people on it. That's pretty impressive. And they hired their own composer? Wow. Very cool. Okay. Very cool. All right. Yeah. Text bugs? The text box bugs. Oh, those? Oh, I don't think of those as bugs per se, because I think that's just like an accident. That's okay. Thanks for stopping by, Venom Classy. Thanks so much. I think we will have a fun story time. This will be as soon as this is over, like, you can come back and watch it. So that's interesting. Wow, I'm so bummed out. Have they done anything else, or is this like their only thing that they've done? Dang. It's very cool. It's very cool so far. Oh yeah, they've done one other game called One Hell of a Coffee Shop. But this is really funny. So about my luggage. Oh, she didn't give me any time to pack my belongings. I just hope the skeletons won't throw everything out and I'll be able to go and fetch my stuff from the dorms later. You haven't packed, have you? Well, I wouldn't be too worried. If you left it in the dorms, I'm sure Boss will figure something out. I'm not so sure about this. From the looks of it, Katagas has left the academy as she hated every last of its brick walls. Relax, it'll be fine. How do you know? It's solvable riddle, Sterling. Once you get it, he'll be amused that it took you so long to uncover. Anyways, you should probably get a good night's rest. I'll wake you up before dawn. See you tomorrow, Sterling. He leaves me in my new room. That's nice. He's leaving me to get some sleep. He's leaving me to get some sleep. I won't be sleeping with no hot man. Smaller than my former dorm room in the academy, but at least I don't have to share it with anybody. Other than that, it feels like a dorm room on the first day of studies, just empty and lifeless, telling nothing about that person, because nobody lives there just yet. Who are you? Hello? Yeah, let's do it. Wait a minute. There's QuickTime events? Oh my god, there's QuickTime events, guys. I'm going to die tonight. I'm taking her with me. The crossbow girl immediately goes from being furious to ashamed, and thank goodness puts away your weapon. I do as well. Actually, I don't even know how to shoot it properly, but she probably doesn't know. I don't know, but I wanted to try. I mean, yeah, sink or swim is probably not the best learning strategy if you can actually die in the process, because you're mastering a potentially lethal weapon. I can't help but feel a little bit disappointed. Emily, what the fuck? Don't call me that, Kata. My name is Cassandra. No, it is not. Now, can you elaborate why you're trying to kill my apprentice, Em? Mel told me we got ourselves a rookie, so I thought it would be cool to test her. Are you Mel's evil twin, Emily? No. Sterling, meet Emily. She's my old apprentice. Meet Sterling. She's my new apprentice. There's no limit on how many whiny kids a witch can have hiding under her skirt, but I won't be happy if those kids happen to ruin my undergarments while doing so. Therefore, you better get along. Or if you really insist on making this whole place a shooting contest instead of competing like reasonable adults in a designated training room, do it without bothering me. But Madam Contagious, you don't wear a skirt. Shut up, smartass. You didn't prove anything yet. Wow. What did I say about not calling me that? It just feels weird to call my mentor by the short name. Fine. Just Contagious then, and I'll call you Sterling. Okay, kiddo? See you in 5 hours, and I'll be really disappointed if you manage to die before that. You know what, actually? The Mooner will lose her pocket money for a year. Can we just shoot at each other like a little bit? No killing? Maybe just a tiny, teeny, severe injury here and there? We don't provide medical insurance for stupidity. Also, if you run the facility, you'll be the one explaining to Mill how this TB got shot into the face. Now, I bid you both adieu. She's gone? Good. Now, where were we? I can still hear you, Em. Just go to bed already. You'll both have plenty of time to shoot tomorrow. Okay. So, we're gonna go to sleep now. 'Cause everything was scary. I became a witch today. Oh, yeah. Did her mom give the... Okay. Nightbringer's demo. The remainder of the game will be completed soon. Until next time. Wow. Very good. It is such a shame that some of the that the sprites were not finished in time. This was a really, really, really good demo otherwise. I really enjoyed it. Nice, tight, concise writing. And we got some really, really fun we got a really, really fun premise here. I think that this developer was a little bit apologetic and was concerned about there being like some offensive things in this game. There is some like dark humor, but I don't think it's like punching down or anything. It's not bothering me. Yeah. I really liked it. The artwork was really good. I do hope they finish the sprites. I mean, if that is just like a very rough sketch, that still looked really, really good. So I was really impressed with that. I really like the sound effects. I like your sound design. I like this playing with the parallax. I really hope that if they can, in that opening sequence where they're doing the graduation ceremony, I would love to see those candles floating in the actual room itself. It's actually funny. I think my brain was trying to trick me into convincing me that they were actually moving like during the graduation ceremony, but they weren't, just because they were here. And this is really pretty. And I think that this is also just like a fun concept for a game. And they've got some really strong characters, really strong dialogue, strong choices. I am very impressed with this demo. This was a really great entry into the jam and probably my favorite game so far of the night here. Now, let me take a look. I think we only have like one game left to play, friends. Yes, we only have one game left to play, and that is called The Great Competition. So that is what we shall be doing. We shall be playing The Great Competition. Yeah. We'll see if it works. I tried downloading it, and this is the one that I said that I downloaded and then it wasn't working. So we're gonna give it a go. We're gonna give it a go. I make no promises, friends. We will try. We will try. We can do it if we try. Oh, we can do it if we try. If we try. Here we are. And here we are. And here we are. Lovely. So, here we are. This is called The Great Competition. I have no idea what it's about, but let's just go ahead and start the game. I am very obviously swiggity. We don't need to swiggity. Swiggity. There we go. Very obviously. Oh. This is weird. Send stuff in the game jam? No, I have not. I don't think that was on my list of games to check out. I did try Moths to a Flame. If you guys haven't tried, I tried that off stream, so to speak. If you guys haven't played Moths to a Flame, I really would recommend that one. That one looks really cool. I'm outside of a castle. like so many times before, but this time is different. Are you quite sure about this? Never been more certain in my life. Hello, Anne of Green Gables. It's my biggest dream, Lottie, to marry her. I never thought it might be possible till now. Don't you have other envisions? Nope, I'm a Disney character. Or simp. What is a simp? Nothing. Anyway, I have a bad feeling about this. I mean, come on, who looks for love via a poster? The great competition. Lady Bella invites all the singles of this town to participate in a great competition. The winner will be awarded the hand in marriage to this beautiful, rich, and lovely lady. Those interested in joining the contest must attend her palace next Sunday by 9 o'clock. Okay? I shouldn't let this happen and not be offered as a prize. In an ideal world, yes, but this is the real world. It's not a game or a novel or anything like that. You read too much, Lottie. In the real world, this is my only chance to be with a woman like her. You don't see anything sketchy about this. No, not really. I'm coming with you. I can't be seen with another woman if I'm trying to propose to someone. They'll get the wrong idea. You're ashamed of me? Quit playing. Haha. Okay, I will. I'm still coming though. I'll hide in the crowd just in case. I have a bad feeling about this is all. Well, not even mindset on something, there was really nothing one can do. I don't like the idea that we're just saying, oh, I have a bad feeling about this. I don't know. It feels like they're conveniently trying to set something up rather than something being like a little off. This doesn't even look like a very ominous castle. It looks like it's just going to be a really nice night with the boys. We should go then, shall we? Yeah, sure. Castle is packed with people. I suddenly shudder upon the sight of my competition. The atmosphere is something else, though. I can smell the people and the excitement. I wonder where Lady Bella is. How are we doing? A lot. A lot. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's beginning. Welcome to the great competition. As you all know, the winner of this competition will get something priceless, the hand of Lady Bella. Without further ado, let's welcome Lady Bella. The room applauds before she's even there. But when she's there, she's her usual aura. The room goes strangely silent. I feel my knees go weak. I'm once again feeling all the feelings that you make you know you are in love. I feel anxious yet excited, calm, surrender, yet butterflies on my stomach. That just describes me when I'm disassociating during a panic attack, bro. Even Lottie shudders. No one is immune to Lady Bella. The problem is, how am I supposed to compete when I feel this lovesick? Thank you all for coming. You might wonder, what is it that would make a woman go and arrange a competition for her hand? You wouldn't be wrong to wonder. What I want at this stage of my life is a marriage, and I need a partner who can handle me the way that I am, a partner that can rise above. I'm a competitive woman. Only thing that will make me happy is a competitive partner. The set of instructions for the competition will be delivered shortly. She disappears into the shadows and I'm left aching for her presence again. Dude, why are you such a simp? Like your friend Lottie is right. Like you're simping. Like this is pretty aggressive. This is like Mordecai level of simping. Lottie looks unsure of what to do. I am too, to be honest. I'm almost saying something to her when someone says something to me. Isn't she marvelous? I like the angle because it looks like Chloe's all the time. I'm sorry, I can't control how the sprites go on screen. My thoughts still being on Lottie. It takes me a while to register who he is talking about. Yes? Yes, she is. You should go home, though. In fact, everyone at this place should go home with me. Why is that? Because I'm going to win. Looking up and down, I start to get a feeling you might be right. You are awfully confident. And he's got that sweet, sweet 80s adult film stash. Part of my charm. Who are you anyway? Julian. Well, Julian, we should take this outside. Haha, you think I waste my time on someone like you? I look for Lottie out of instinct. I know it does. It really kind of does feel like, yeah, it's the colors. Thanks for saying that, Dylan. Because like I was sitting here and I was like, there's something about this game that seems like vaguely familiar to like those old school point and clicks, but I couldn't figure out what it was. I look for Lottie out of instinct. She raises her eyebrows at me. I feel a little bit better. That is a cute girl you got there. Have you not left yet? Maybe if I lose the competition, which will not happen, I can take the cute ginger on a date. Your wet dreams. Please go away, Julian. Anything to do with Lottie crosses the line for me, especially if it's a Chad like that. I was certain Julian would push, but he doesn't. Just smirks smugly and disappears. Some guy, huh? I know. The first challenge will now begin. The challenge tests your wits and your speed. As the challenge, you will need to find the amulet of Lady Bella. It has a red ruby. The first who finds this amulet will win this challenge. Now go. I will need to go now, Lottie. I know. Be safe. Always. Now where to look first? Well, bathrooms. The bathroom is full of people. I peek. No sign of an amulet. Corners of the room. No sign of the amulet. Okay, I'm going into the creepy cellar. If you actually know about the cellar in Lady Bella's house, but we were a long-term fam, you pick stuff up. Well, anyway, House this size does have a cellar, obviously, but not everyone knows exactly where. I find my way, I open the door. Peeking, I see it's not exactly a cellar. It's Lady Bella's room. I enter. She sleeps in the basement of her house. This woman's a vampire. Like, you want to marry a vampire, bro? This is what you want to do. This is what you want. You want a vampire. You want a vampire queen. You want a vampire queen who's going to kill. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was like a clicking thing. It's her room. I do not know whether or not I should be here or if I should have ended up here, but curiosity killed the cat and death in me also. I look around the room. There's a painting. Investigate the painting. Yeah. Can I? Wow, I wonder if that's one of Lady Bella's ancestors. The wall next to it is a bit weird. I feel it with my hand. Oh my god. She is clearly a monster. Maybe the amulet is right here. Maybe it was supposed to end up here. Makes me feel at ease since I did feel a bit uncomfortable being in a room. How uncouth. They say to investigate. Oh no, we're investigating more. Bed is comfortable and a little warm. Nothing under the pillow. Cupboard is locked. Nothing to do but the door. Found one of your. Oh my god. A weird place for a hide and seek amulet. Maybe the challenge is more to it. It smells horrible like rotting flesh. Not that I know what rotting flesh smells like. There are more paintings on the wall and a door out back. The cage has awakened my curiosity. The smell seems to be impaling from there. Which will win though? Curiosity or cowardice? Cage. Okay. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. What are these here to terrify me? To test my courage? The smell's very real though. My stomach doesn't feel right. I back away. I don't care if the amulet is there or not. What's in the paintings? There she is. Okay. Okay. What is this? Just like in her bedroom. And it looks so much like her as well. I don't want to think about this too hard. I don't want to think about this very hard. I just want to get laid. Like, oh my god, bro, really? The first thing I realized is the awful smell of this room. It's not the horrible smell of the corpse, it's just the kind of the smell where someone has lived for a long time without an opportunity to shower. I check the corner. Its absence of the corpse smell inspires me to remember the original challenge. There's a book under the bed. I open it. Use the arrow keys. I can't believe this. For so long, I've only seen her as she walks by, sidewalk glancing so she won't even notice. I haven't dared to dream to even talk to her as an equal, and yet here mere beauty has stopped me from proposing to any other lady. And now she's holding a competition for her hand where everyone is on equal ground. It's everything I've ever dreamt about. Oh my god. And now she's holding a competition for her hand where everyone is on equal ground. It's everything I've ever dreamt about. Now, my dear diary, wish me luck. I won the contest. Me and Lady Bella are to be wed tomorrow and then leave to honeymoon. Is this a dream? I can barely hold this pen as it is. That is how weak I am. But I must write it down just in case. You know, people often get more noble as they get more weak and they're closer to death. Just an observation. For me, there's not much to lose any longer. After being wed, Lady Bella has gotten strange. She gets close to me and does something, and I find myself more weary. I found wrinkles this morning, and they shouldn't be there, as I'm still 20. I get ill more easily, yet Lady Bella seems to only grow more beautiful, only younger, only more lively. It feels as if something otherworldly, but I'm no stupid chap. I don't believe in stuff like that. Magic and stuff. Maybe I should just have a shortage of iron? I'm afraid. Still, it's weird to have